Hello. We're here. It's late. I'm sorry. But, my main goal for tonight is to complete the fucking game because I know I'm near the end, so I can probably smash through to the ending of the game within maybe an hour and a bit. So, we can play some F in an hour and a bit. So, without further ado, let's begin. However, I do want to talk about a movie we did watch last night, which was Alien Resurrection, aka Alien 4, aka standalone kind of sequel, because it doesn't follow Ripley per se, but it follows a clone of Ripley, Clone 8. So I led to believe there were 7 other clones or whatever. However, it wasn't 7 other perfect clones. No, they were just like I would have loved like a Resident Evil type situation where they're clones that were identical. So she has to actually kill her identical twins because they're more alien than she is. But I like that premise where it's a clone or whatever. But I don't like it's a premise that's 200 plus years later. There's no way in hell there was DNA from Ripley on that fucking prison planet in that explosion. And how the fuck how can a clone, what theoretical clone, have the alien inside? I don't get how that's possible, because I don't think if you clone a human that's pregnant, that baby will be in the body. I don't think that's just possible. But overall, I like the cast. Ron Perlman's... You know what's funny is that the first time we see Ron Perlman, basically, he acts like a monkey, like a gorilla. And I've always said or thought of that Ron Perlman looks quite like a gorilla in real life. Like an albino gorilla. Even in his old age. Also, we have Winona Ryder, which turns... I was thinking the twist may be leading to that she's also a clone. No, she's a robot. And I was like, I should have guessed that one of these people were going to be a robot, because every single movie has a robot person besides the third movie, because the third movie is basically the same robot from the second movie. Okay, the only good robot we've met, basically. Well, the robot in this movie was also... It's a defective model, but another good robot. Anyways, I want to say this outright. I think this movie works better as a movie than Alien 3 does, even though people like Alien 3 more. But that's only because I think there was substance behind this movie. You can watch this movie, and it's not... None of the Aliens movie is scary per se. So it's just cool to watch. I always thought they were horror movies. They're really not horror movies. Maybe Romulus would be more horror, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Seeing Ripley be this like superhuman type thing was pretty cool to see. And I don't really understand why this happened, but because Ripley delivered a queen basically out of her chest, and Ripley survived because somehow she has the alien like ability. She has the ability to like super heal basically, and she has acid blood, which is fucking even more bizarre. So I don't really understand how that works. But that queen becomes the queen for the other aliens. So like that queen lays eggs that go into that turns to face huggers onto these cargo, which is weird because Ron Perlman and his crew, which includes this is other person's crew, but that person's killed off first, and I don't even know that actor's name or who that character is. Also, Winona Ryder was on there. Her mission was to kill this alien Ripley, which is weird because that's the only person that basically survives. So then the crew brought in this cargo of humans, and they didn't know the reason why, but they got paid a bunch of money. Then they turned into facehuggers. Then basically a bunch of aliens got basically born through that queen, and that queen was still laying these eggs for facehuggers. Don't really understand, like, because this is a species that only survives if there's another species around. Like, but what's even weirder is that since all the eggs are destroyed, this mutated alien already makes like a human, like using, because the alien's DNA also has Ripley in it basically, and which allows her to mutate into having like a manual labor type thing, which is bizarre. And the alien that comes out is like this weird, freakish, like human alien type thing, which had like you could see their eyes, and it looked like a skull at certain points. But while that's meant to be like this hideous creature or whatever, it's kind of like it feels, you're empathetic to this because this alien literally just was born, and it's like it's human instinct, like Ripley's instinct, basically. It killed the queen because that alien thing had this instinct to kill an alien, because Ripley was technically the mother was the queen, but it's more associated that Ripley is this humanoid thing. It's not a humanoid, means a shape of a human, I know, but this human alien thing mother, but it's more like grandmother. So it immediately kills the queen, then it kills the other human that's cocooned, then starts going after Ripley, but it doesn't go after Ripley. Then she goes back to the ship. The ship is going to leave, and she makes it to the ship, but somehow the alien is already there. But what's even weirder is that this alien thing, it's almost like doesn't know its own strength, because it kills like the first fucking person we see, which is Tuco from fucking Breaking Bad. That's what I was like, who was this guy? What do I know him from? It's Tuco from Breaking Bad. There's only like 8 episodes. It's insane. But also, this person that had with them was a alien carrier, like a facehugger went on him, but he didn't know there was one in it. He just woke up one day, just like the dude from the first movie. He thought it was fine, then blah blah blah. So he knew there was something in him, but he didn't know when it was going to come out. So the entire plan was to put him on ice, so they could get rid of the alien and try to save him. But whilst as they were going to do that, the bad guy of the movie, a human person, he starts attacking them, but then the alien was coming out, and the guy knew it. He was going through the pain, and what I thought, because this was right after Ripley. I'm going backtracking, but this is right after Ripley fell into the queen, and people said it was like sexual, but no, I just saw this hit Ripley go through this like cocoon of alien nonsense, and what I thought was that Ripley was somehow controlling the chest burster to control the host to run towards that human, but that would have been cool, but it wasn't that. It was the human running towards it, but I thought it was Ripley doing that. Because it looked cool. Because that chest burster went out of that human, but went through the other guy to kill him, which was insane. But then when the alien is on the ship, what happens is that with Ripley's blood, basically with the android, the alien was like caressing it. Winona Ryder's character, like caressing it, like wasn't killing her. And same thing happened with Ripley. Like they were having this moment, like this bonding moment, But then whilst doing so, Ripley chucked like her acid blood onto the window, which made a hole. And since the closest thing near it was the alien went onto the window and was getting basically started to get like, because all the pressure and whatever started like sucking it out, and the alien was strong enough to like push back a bit, but then too weak to continue doing that, so it went back, and the pressure just legitimately, that one episode from South Park, like where Clyde or whatever leaves the toilet seat up and the mum goes down and starts flushing and all the insides come out basically. That's basically what happened. You just saw this alien like go through this tiny hole, and in that moment basically you felt empathetic towards this alien. Every other alien in the franchise you'd want dead, but this one, since it's more attached, it's more like it's a Ripley's child basically, to the point that Ripley herself was crying and said I'm sorry to it, and they looked at each other right before the alien properly died. And this, I don't think I've ever felt that towards a hideous creature on screen before, to the point that I nearly got teary-eyed, because Ripley herself was teary-eyed. And that was masterfully done. That section was wow. It was weird seeing this grotesque monster being like bonding with its grandmother or whatever, but it was cool. It was cool. Probably one of the better parts of the fucking movie, but really emotional, you know? Like this alien thing was just born not even fucking 10 minutes ago, and now it got brutally basically murdered by its grandmother. Insane. Anyways, overall, it's better than Alien 3, but it's weaker than Alien 1 and 2, but I believe it's better than Alien 3. And apparently, at one point, a famous director, I forget the name, the person who did the Fly was in talks to do it, but he said, like, if I were to do Aliens 4, it would be a really good Aliens 4, and how I want to make an Aliens 4. However, I never make my own sequel, so why the fuck would I make someone else's sequel? So he backed out, and that's probably when the project went to shit. But overall, I liked it. Out of everyone so far, the ones I probably would rather rewatch, but the ones I'd rather rewatch are Aliens and Alien Resurrection, because I think they're the stronger outings. Even though Alien 1 is a classic and it's strong in its own right, I just feel, since it was released in 1979 and Alien Resurrection was released 20 years later, and Ripley looks fucking identical besides some like wrinkles on her face. No wonder why Sigourney Weaver was dubbed one of the most like attractive actresses of all time. She even looks better not even 10 years later in fucking Avatar. Insane. She was like maybe 30 in Alien. Insane. But yeah. It's decent, maybe. I'm gonna give it a 6. So I think Alien 3 and Resurrection are tied for 6. Aliens is more of an 8 out of 10 movie. But then I'm gonna give Alien 7.5. I know I'm hypercritical because these movies came out so long ago now. But I'm not trying to make my score more akin to what it says on IMDb. Because if you do that, you go into a movie and like, if you say it's good, you're automatically going to give it a very high rating because everyone else gave it a high rating. But I just think Aliens, beginning to end, is the best entry in the film. Even though people say Alien 1 is the best, I think Aliens itself, because sure, it hinders the threat Alien did, because Ripley killed an alien here and there throughout the film, but in Alien 1, Or you can just say that Ripley's personal growth means that she just kills aliens left and right. And I was thinking about this. I was yesterday on stream, but like it it's so fucking bizarre. If you're in the mind of at least clone Ripley, because she obviously just wakes up and she remembers essentially dying, basically. I don't know how long Aliens is in the timeline. I don't know how long it is, but for like, it just feels like all the events in her brain take place within a week. Because as soon as Aliens ends, Alien 3 starts. She remembers she going to sleep with Newt, then she wakes up and Newt's dead, Hicks is dead. But with Alien 1, she wakes up and she's in there for a while. She was basically lived her life post Alien, and that was probably her happiest time there. Even though she was like, aliens, this and that. I think if she just refused to go on the mission, she wouldn't have died. There would not be a clone of her. But I think the company would have questioned the alien situation, because obviously they knew about it. Not, the higher ups at least. But what's even weirder is that in this film, the company's dead. However, they're working out of pocket, not good people, whatever. So they're working outside of the military, even though they're in the military, whatever. Outside the government, I should say. But this is the only album that's like that. Every other time in the film, it's company's orders to get the aliens, which is weird. I'm gonna get a real Captain America shield, bro. Like a real one. If as much as I love that Lego thing, and it took me quite a while to make it, to the point that each piece I knew exactly what to do, so it took me like 30 minutes to do like a 2-hour preparation thing. I really love it. I'd do it, but I think I'd rather have a real shield put there, and a real Mjolnir. Even though the Lego thing's cool, like from far away it looks like, oh, you got a shield and Thor's hammer. Then you look close, it's like, they're Lego? Like, it's cool, but I don't know. Anyways, let's continue this game. Hopefully we can get it done the next hour or so. You know what's crazy is that I've been writing this Borderlands thing for a couple of days now, and it's long. Like, it's longer than I thought it'd be. You know, I'm not even like fucking started talking about the movie itself. I'm talking about things before the movie. Oh, I want, like, this movie won't be released for another week or so, but, and obviously people won't talk about it or whatever, but I think hype for Borderlands 4 will make people seek out Borderlands stuff. And it's gonna make people play Borderlands again. It's gonna make even though while the movie sucked, I want to watch or play Borderlands again. And that is probably the best thing the movie is done. Is it makes people who like Borderlands want to play it again. Or there's people like Killer 6 or whatever who, there are all these people who like say it's bad, it's ruin my appetite or whatever. But like people like Killer 6 or whatever who are like, what they do is just play Borderlands. They make their living playing Borderlands, which itself is crazy to think about. They still play Borderlands, and like they're hoping that Borderlands 4 is good. I'm fucking hoping Borderlands 4 is good. I'm gonna be like, as soon as I get that game, I'll be streaming it the day I get it. Easily. But I drop any game I'm playing and just play Borderlands. No. MC's thing is gonna be CG. That's sad. Something that honestly I'm like, same dude. I keep on seeing this meme of this guy. Oh, it's two shots of Jessica Alba, Sue Storm, and I think it's Rise of the Silver Surfer. And then a comment is like, no amount of people can pull my like tongue out of her asshole. And I'm like, it's weird, but like, kind of same. Kind of same. Oh, if I could hook up my Riffmaster to play OG Guitar Hero, I fucking would. Doing that one-handed would be fucking shit. It's Guitar Dragon Force. I remember having it. It's the very first time I've heard Cry Thunder.
Oblivion is amazing. Props to Bethesda for always pushing the bounds of gaming and never resting on their laurels here in 2006, the year that it currently is right now. Hold on. What's this? Oh, horse armor? That's so dope. Wait, it costs $2.50? I get a whole KFC family meal for that price in the current 2006 economy. It does look pretty cool, though. Stop! Don't buy that horse armor. Whoa, who are you? I'm you, from the future. Wait, you're me from the future? I mean, isn't it kind of obvious? No way. I'd never wear a cardigan. You also never thought you'd get into yoga, sound baths, or Metamucil, but trust me, the future's crazy. It's all because of that fucking horse armor. What's so bad about paying $2.50 for a little bonus content? Because it's actually so much more than that. It's a tipping point, a floodgate that's about to be blown wide open. And once the gaming suits realize they can start charging additional fees for trivial amounts of content, there'll be no going back.
You know that sinking feeling when you miss out on seeing your favorite band in your city? Price alerts on Crack and a like and automatic heads up on...
They won't be able to help themselves from nickel and diming gamers at every turn. The cosmetics will go from a few dollars a pop to 20 or 30. They'll start carving out pieces of completed games to sell later as added content. And before you know it, microtransactions will have gone from little bonuses for games to the sole reason they're created in the first place. Well, if it's really so bad, then why don't people just not buy the stuff? Because in the end, despite all of our advancements as a species, we're still basically just dumb animals with simple brains. And the gaming companies will literally hire psychologists who are way smarter than us to help them abuse human behavior and prey on our insecurities, all so they can get us to shell out dumb money for shit we don't even need and should have been included in the game in the first place. If you best be good, leading to billions of dollars of revenue that the executives shockingly hoard for themselves, while the actual devs that make the game more often than not get their studio shut down. But there's still hope. I've done the calculations, and it's this precise moment, this purchase of horse armor, that pushes the scheme from a cute little experiment to a drastically viable business strategy. This single transaction makes the whole scheme profitable, which is why it is so important that you resist temptation and... Why? Look, you said a lot of words, and those words got me thinking. And that thinking made me sad. But then I saw the shiny armor on the screen, and my brain got happy, so I bought it. Yeah, that tracks. Well, at least I gave it the old college try. Oh, speaking of that, don't get too excited there, Slick. Spoiler alert. We don't graduate. Aww. Yeah, better get used to disappointment there, kid. Bye. Fire hydrant on deck. Yo! Hi. Excuse me, I love your car. What do you do for a living? I just like your cars. I'm wondering, like, what your job is.
I mean, I guess you could say I help guys relieve stress.
You help guys release... Are you like a fitness person?
No, not quite.
Like a coach?
No, not quite. I wouldn't say that.
I know what you do. Can you elaborate?
I mean, you could jump in and find out.
Oh my god, go ahead. Jump in.
Yeah.
Can he come?
Yeah, you can both come.
In the driver's seat?
Yeah, jump in.
Come on in. What's up? I'm Daniel. So you help people release stress?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Are we going for a drive right now?
Yeah. We can go find out.
Let's go. Okay. We're actually going.
Yeah.
We're going. Okay. For what?
I mean...
Ooh, Mercedes.
I just did a loyalty test on somebody's boyfriend, and the boyfriend failed. This girl reaches out to me on Instagram. She's like, can you do a loyalty check on my boyfriend? I'm like, oh, gee, sure. I've never been asked to do a loyalty check before. I'm literally flattered. Like, oh my god, me? You want me to test the loyalty? Like, okay.
Proud
right? She was
7.
not, but
Fuck
I
off.
did just really kind of take this as a compliment. Anyway, she's like, can you text him? I'm like, why would I have his number? She's like, I want you to say that you met him at this party. Apparently he got super at some party on Saturday, so she was trying to like test his loyalty with that. So I texted him, I'm being flirty. I'm like, met you at the party Saturday. It was so fun talking. Would you ever want to hang out? I'd love to hear more about your tattoos, because she sent me a picture of him and he had tattoos. He was like, sorry, I face. I don't remember anything. I was like, no worries. You were being so cute. It was fun. I had no idea you were face. Like, do you want to do something sometime? He goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you even look like? And I was like, that's a red flag. You should be saying, oh, I have a girlfriend. But so sent me a picture of him.
That's not a red flag. You'd be like, is this someone I know or not?
Tattoos. He was like, sorry, I myself. He's like, we met at the party, blah, blah, blah. He's like, did we do anything? I was like, no, we were just flirty. I don't think we didn't like hook up or anything. He was like,
hey, y'all got lighters all wrong. I've been seeing everybody my whole life use lighters wrong. This is how you use a lighter. It's on. This is not to light your lighter. I've been seeing everybody get this wrong. This is in fact to do the opposite. This is to turn off your lighter. Like that.
I'm X.
And I might be welcome to Fact
When we test Trends 2C,
The real ball.
went to watch a YouTube tutorial, and pretty much what you're going to need to do is jam this and this together. So you're going to modify it. And then, so it's pretty much going to be like a Zippo, but the issue is it's constantly releasing butane. So, like a Zippo, it's
not
like it's actually dangerous because it's constantly releasing it. Like, there's always a faint smell. We actually don't do it, but it does work. It does takes a lot of blisters.
Two sauce, little bit of dressing, ice, wrist, little bit of flat.
I'm X.
And I'm Ivy, and this is Factor Cab.
We've got the lemons. We've got the bowl.
How long you think? 10 seconds?
Yeah, give it a couple.
Nice little wrap around.
Not hearing or seeing.
Nope.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Guys, it would have been nice to clean my dirty skateboard up, but it did not work. Bull.
Yeah, the original video must have got that metal scorching hot, and it was because of how hot it was, not because of the metal and the lemon.
Here's something I wish I knew before I was in my 30s. You can just pull out a double nine. Pull.
Oh, gosh.
Bitcoin just hit $70,000
Man.
recently, but do you know who's been around since it was trading at just $14? Kraken.
Bex.
And I'm Ivy, welcome to Factor Cab.
Will we test Trends 2C?
Real bull.
Not just easy shoes, let's see.
Please don't.
Wish I literally knew this 10 years ago. I'm X.
And I'm Ivy, and welcome to Fact or Cab.
So, let's see. Absolute bull. Using some sort of red ink, dye, whatever.
Lipstick,
You can
I don't
honestly
know,
sort of see it.
yeah.
But it is cap.
No, if you fully burn an egg on the outside and then place it directly into
let's first mix.
I'm X.
And I'm Ivy, and welcome to Factor
Will we
Cab.
test Trends 2C?
Real or bull.
Alright, we've heated up the egg, let's see.
Look at that.
There we go, works.
Silver Surfer. Real?
It works.
Silver Surfer egg, I don't know what the science is, but it works.
Wait, what is that?
I'm X.
And I'm Ivy, and welcome to Factor
Will we
Cab.
test Trends 2C?
The real or bull.
Well, it's got this official Squishmallow. Let's try. It smells great.
It smells like
I
strawberry.
see the appeal of them. Yep. No, baby.
Kind of bummed, honestly.
Yeah, it's bull. Follow and never wonder.
Something is real or bull. Never again.
He just shocked the world at UFC 305, submitting Israel Adesanya and defending his title. But that's not even the craziest part. You see, the long-time build-up to this beef began when Dricus du Plessis.
What's the weird thing you and your significant other do together? When we argue about something stupid, one of us goes and gets 2 children's party hats from the kitchen, and we have to put them on to continue arguing. It's an olive branch of swords. Usually one person will leave the room all annoyed and then come back in the room with a very angry face and a party hat on. Very tough to be annoyed with someone in a party hat. I'll lay down completely unmoving, legs and arms spread. He'll go, "Is that a cozy spot?" No matter what he's doing, he'll come over and lay on top of me, pretending not to realize it's me. Then I'll trap him in my legs and arms. We call it the Venus flytrap. When my wife starts talking about weird stuff or starts fantasizing about what might happen in an utterly impossible hypothetical situation, I start making whale sounds. He's my towel boy. Whenever I'm done with my shower, I call out "Towel boy." He'll drop everything and come running just to hand me my towel. Sometimes he'll even add in a "Here's your towel, ma'am. Please, I need this job. I've got a wife and kids to support." My towel is only ever a couple of feet from the shower, but he insists on handing to me every time. If I'm impatient and fetch my own towel, "Oh no, please ma'am, I really need this job," etc., etc. I love this bit and look forward to it every day. We'll go to hold hands but then turn it into a handshake, like a business deal, then laugh maniacally and say you have no idea what you just agreed to. Homing beacon. We live in a crowded city, and when we lose track of each...
Oh, for that one thing, we're like, it's only to see you naked.
So he rocks up late. And his gift to calm the nerves. It's half a thing of... This is the worst one too. Fruit and nut? Are you fucking serious? I've given it permission to come through here. That's why it's coming through. Otherwise it wouldn't be. But look at that thing. It's fucking massive.
I controlled my neighbor's TV for 6 months from my phone and made him sell the TV. Now I regret it. Last year, I had a neighbor who always would be playing loud music, be rude to everyone, and not pick up his dog when they would go for walks right outside the building. The dog had a barking problem too, but I'm not hating on the dog. One evening I had...
I'm not hating on the dog. You're still going on the time.
It's fine. Why did you shout out Arby's? Cause if you go... Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna shout out Arby's right now. Here, you don't know what I'm talking about? Look at this shit, guys. Say that you, you know, the average Joe, the law-abiding citizen, you know, you want to play the old Guitar Hero games. Well, guess what? You can go to bit.ly/Arby's has the meats. bit.ly/Arby's has the meats right there. Okay. You enter that. Oh, what's this, bro? What is this? All the old Guitar Hero games for every single system. Holy shit. It's just right here. Abandonware. We love Abandonware. I'm not kidding about that link. Go there. You want the old games? You want to play the old games on an emulated platform? There you go. All the DLCs there too. Send the link. I already showed you the link. bit.ly/Arby's has the meats. We love Abandonware. When Rock Band 4 becomes Abandonware when they stop selling it on the digital marketplace.
Hello, nice to see you.
Alright, let's just play.
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all warning. Dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected.
Well, I
Please
just did it.
evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made.
Oh, I did 9697. Never mind.
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made.
Okay, don't do that.
Hello, nice to see you.
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made.
Let's pick up 2.
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected.
Why does this thing haven't been there? I can show you the world. I need to change my setup a bit to put on there some place to. I mean, I can rest my legs here, fine, but I want somewhere else.
Escape pod 8 and 9. Everyone is secured, but the launch controls aren't responding.
Did you follow all the steps on the launch card exactly?
Yeah, the klaxon even sounded, but the hatch won't close. We can't separate.
Hang on. I'm looking at the schematics. There should be a remote sensor on the explosive bolts.
Alika, please, hurry!
I see all the leads, but... Wait. This can't be right.
Can you launch us from there? Can you at least close the goddamn hatch?
No, I don't think so. Is there a manual crank of some sort? Remmer, do you copy? Should be hacking 3, might as well.
I saw an interview today of, like in 2018, Hugh Jackman on Stephen Colbert, and in the audience is fucking Andy Lee. You know, from Hamilton Andy. And it's insane, as world famous as you are, you'll always pay attention to your local celebrities. Because everyone in Australia knows Hamish and Andy. Everyone does. You know? And they may not be world famous, but they're country famous. And I think country famous is better than world famous. Because you're still a normal human if you go somewhere else. You're not bombarded with people. Just because someone knows another person's line doesn't mean he has a fucking dickhead.
Scan complete. New psionic aptitude available.
Where do I need to go? Oh, the apartment.
I'm sending you the code to my graph shaft. Assuming it still works.
What? Why is this dude's name Spare Parts 50? The fuck?
Submitted. Morgan, I won't be joining you. Don't worry, there's no trick. Just a gift from your big brother. It's the truth, like I promised. Took me a while to figure it out. To hide it from you. My computer, another video. Give it a look and we'll talk. I'm sending you the password, assuming you haven't hacked your way in yet.
Once things get as bad as I think they probably are, your only option is to escape. Get the word out about what's happening on Talos 1. Alex has a private escape pod. It's locked up. I made a copy of the key and hid it on top of the data tower near the chair. You know the one I'm talking about. Listen, there's more at stake this time than just us, or this station. If just one of those creatures made it back home, then we're lost. I keep having this dream. I'm just staring into the black between the stars. There's something there. I know there is. I just can't see it. But it sees me. I can feel it. Hate us. I know you know what I'm talking about. or you will soon.
You know you have rights. How many do I have now? 9.
My name is Morgan Yu. Year is 2035. I'm aboard the Talos 1 research facility. What else?
Why are we making this video?
Right.
How did that
Because
happen?
My big brother is paranoid. Psychometric data is showing statistically significant variance in personality patterns between trial runs of the new neuromods. Whatever. I feel more like myself than ever. I mean, look at this. We did it, Alex. It's real.
Enjoy it while you can, because in a few minutes, it'll all be gone when we strip out the neuromods and reset.
I know. including my memory of it.
No way around it. Let's talk about the backup.
So, the Typhon organisms have been producing an elaborate structure. Material is unknown, purpose unknown. My gut tells me it's kind of a neural framework, but externalized. Still waiting on analysis to confirm. In the meantime, I've given Alex the design for a device I think could shut it down, if it ever broke containment. Alex just has to grow a pair and commit.
You don't have to take all the credit. What if it doesn't work?
It'll work. Trust me. What else are we going to do? Blow everything up? That won't save us.
And if it does work, is it worth it?
The people that come after us will be smarter, stronger, immortal. They can judge us if they want. But they'll know they exist because of the things we did. I'm ready. Do it.
Well, there you have it. Everything I've done is what you've asked me to do. I didn't think you'd believe me unless you heard it from your own mouth. The tests, they changed you. Not a lot at first, but eventually, the constant stripping of your memory. I didn't know who you were anymore. All I want is to have my sister back so we can finish what we started. The device you mentioned, it's an advanced version of the null wave. It's the only way to stop the Typhon without destroying everything we've been working toward. We're just missing some scan data from the Coral to complete the design. Help me finish this, Morgan. And then, you can have my arming key. I don't believe you want to use it anymore, but you can have it. I left a chip set for you on my desk. You'll need to upgrade your psychoscope to scan the Coral. I'll send you the scan locations.
I hope I can complete the game within the hour. No, I don't think I can do faster than that.
Morgan, that video was I'm still checking it against my directives. But if scanning the coral will grant you access to Alex's arming key, then perhaps it's the best course. Perhaps knowing the coral's purpose will reinforce your decision to destroy Talos 1. Just be careful. We're running out of time.
Oh. Better not do that thing where it automatically fucking locks me out.
Microgravity detected. I've been thinking about the video Alex showed you. Your brother believes that version of you is the true Morgan. But why? Just because it came first? If someone had made you, then I suppose your truest self would be the one that fulfills whatever purpose your maker intended. I know who made me, and why. Did someone make you, Morgan? Were you made for something? If not, you'll have to invent your own purpose, or have none at all. Strangely, of all the things I know about you, I don't know what you believe. You have to decide, Morgan. Who are you?
Situation here. I suppose it was inevitable despite my efforts. That's why it's important we act quickly, decisively. They'll try to take this out of our hands, Morgan.
More specimens required.
Fascinating. It's holding the psyche of all their victims. Your hunch was on the right track. It's a kind of neural structure. Synaptic-like activity up and down the length of it, like it's communicating. Just one more to go. I knew you could handle this.
They're very
No. Nothing that interferes with memory formation.
Search complete.
Excellent work. All that's left is integrating the data after you upload it. Hard to tell from just a scan summary, but... Wait. What is... There's some kind of neural tripwire built into the coral. Christ. Morgan, get back to my office. We have to get your data uploaded now. Hurry.
Radiation poisoning. Detected. Seek medical attention.
Use my terminal to upload the data. Get it integrated into the fabrication plan for the new null wave device as fast as possible. Typhon will begin to sense our intent to harm the Coral. They're gonna come after you. I left something for you on my desk that should help.
The fact I don't know what's gonna happen is insane.
This is Commander Walter Dahl. The TranStar Board of Directors has authorized me to take full command of Talos 1, effective immediately. All employees must now report to the shuttle bay for evacuation. Those of you unable to comply, transmit an SOS and my team of rescue operators will...
Good afternoon, Talos.
One last thing. Alex and Morgan Yu have been relieved of their positions. Do not consent to their requests or assist them in any way. Dahl out.
Search complete. Suit integrity damaged.
We're locked out. It's Dahl. He already has his hooks into every major system aboard Talos 1. I have to admit, I'm disappointed with our parents. And usually they had a contingency in place, but a small foolish part of me believed they wouldn't use him against their own flesh and blood. Regardless, we're not getting this Coral data through until we do something about it. I don't like it, but you're gonna have to get into his command shuttle. See if you can locate his access point and cut him off.
Morgan, Dahl will know you're coming. All TranStar personnel are outfitted with tracking bracelets. I have no doubt his operators are already on their way to rescue you. Those bracelets are issued and removed in deep storage. Worth investigating if you want to fly under the radar.
Morgan, this is Dahl. You really are the daughter of Will and Kathy Yu. I've heard you are clever, so I came prepared to flush you out. Ambushes and hostage scenarios. Ah well, no one told me you'd be on my side. There's hardly anyone left for me to kill. So, I say, let's work together. My tech officer will send you the names of a few hard-to-reach employees. Mop them up, and we can fly home before the football match.
Dr. Yu? Morgan? Oh man, thank God. I've just been going down the contact list hoping somebody would answer. I'm in Trauma Center. I came up here to look for supplies. I think I broke my arm when that blackout happened. Now I'm trapped. Aliens outside the door. I could really use some help, man.
What the fuck?
Before the football match.
Send all help requests or concerns to...
Look how much fucking ammo he has. He's so much handgun ammo, it's insane. Wake up, Ray. I think you just don't. You just don't do that. There's a YouTube video I want to watch on stream after this.
I'll be honest with you, Morgan. My orders were to wipe everyone, including you. But it's clear you've come to the same conclusion as the board. A complete reset is necessary. I explained the situation to them, and they were impressed by your initiative. And happy for you to come back with me. That's good news. Well, Come to the shuttle bay. We'll prep for departure. Morgan, this isn't you. During the bidding of that psychopath, I've seen the board's contingency plans. You think I didn't know Dahl was coming? You won't spare anyone, not even you, so stop wasting your time. It's just a matter of your brother, but I'm handling it. Come to the shuttle bay. We'll prep for departure.
There's two reasons why I want to save here. Because I want to save here in order... So, is it chance Orchid Bright Home can be done now? Maybe? Because if that's the case, I can get the plot. If it's not the case, I can't get the plot. And also, there's a chance that if I kill, or if I save kill Luther Glass here, there's a chance. If this is the case, that means all throughout next week I can just pump out the DLC, basically. That means I have to relearn the game essentially, but
Morgan, come. Here's bad news. You won't be flying back with me. But you already knew that, right?
Son of a cunt.
Morgan,
Here's bad news. You won't be flying back with me. But you already knew that, right? Kill him.
interrupt. I've got
Operator deployment resuming. Requesting new operator.
So I just killed Dahl. That makes my kills at 41. Now I'm just gonna kill Alex.
N-CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
So everything's unlocked because he's in here, right? I was trying to guesstimate where it is, but I can never do that.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
That's fucking weird. That's fucking bizarre, bro. Why is that like that?
System alert. Repairs needed.
want to watch again. No, I've already seen it multiple times. Independence Day. Think about that movie the past couple of days.
Scanning target, no alien material detected.
I've already been down now, that's right.
Please contact a qualified engineer.
So does hacking 4 make it good? I was like, what does this mean? No, it's a play on when the game gets to enable or be able to duplicate duplicate stuff. That's funny. That is funny. So the people who just replay the game and be like duplication stuff would have read that and be like, call me out. That's funny. Hang on. So I want to save when we get on the shuttle, so if there's a chance I don't get the trophy, I can kill Luther. Because that's the only other living guy I know of.
Niels, where are you?
Can you get to us?
No. We cut the power to the lifts to keep those damn things from getting up to the control room.
Well, we're all stuck here anyway. We can't get these pods open.
I don't understand.
I'll keep spamming the security computers with help requests. Maybe someone will notice eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
The fact I'm gonna have to do all this Sunday night, basically play the game for the third time to get this final trophy, that I should have. It's annoying. Hacking 4. Perfect. So I want to test. this guy is good. So essentially this guy will hopefully be a good guy. And like kill enemies for me, maybe?
Scanning target, no type of material.
Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Where's the power? Man. It's pretty weird. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna save right. Yeah, I'm gonna save right here. Do a save, brand new save. So I can go back to that save in order to in case it doesn't fucking work. That's bullshit. It's fucking smart, bro. Getting paid a bunch of money to run ads, using some majority of that money to pay other people, like gift subs, meaning that no one watches ads, but you're still paid to run ads. That's fucking funny. An hour as well.
Commander Dole, this is William Yu, acting chairman of the TranStar Board of Directors.
I will need your credentials to authorize this mission.
Of course. My authentication sign is Zeta Invictus Emperor Tangerine.
Sign checks out. Good morning, Director Yu. Shuttle is hot and holding orbit. Awaiting mission parameters.
You must secure every piece of
You know
cobalt
what's weird?
clearance level
Is
technology.
that this is Dial Shuttle, however, you can access it early game. Right?
And research aboard Talos 1. Then eliminate all TranStar personnel.
All personnel.
No survivors.
It's your show. And their funeral.
Payment will be deposited into 6 separate Benelux accounts after you transmit evidence of success.
I leave my operator feeds on. Just keep watching.
We strongly advise deploying your technical officer to a station router inside the firewalls first. Ideal site would be Psychotronics.
Yes, I've seen the schematics, Mr. Yu. Goodbye.
You will destroy this transmission after.
Hopefully I get this fucking trophy. Probably one of the most annoying trophies in the game is to kill every single person you can find, because there's so many ways they can die either way, you know? The fact that a bunch of these trophies that I was trying to get last playthrough, I could have just got easily by just slowly doing it. That's the thing. There's always going to be trophies that you try to get quick, even though you know you're going to get it easily. I thought I'd fix that. Never mind. I'm so close to the end of the game. Legitimately so close. I'm gonna get it within the next 20-30 minutes. If not, I have to do the Luther thing, so I'll do that on Sunday probably. Every time. I honestly think the LA Olympics will be fucking one of the biggest Olympics we've had in the last couple of years. Tokyo was massive. No one gave a shit about Paris. The reason why people cared about the reason why people cared about Tokyo so much was that it was in the middle of COVID. So like they didn't know how the fuck. Legit. In 2020, the teachers put on the Olympics at school because we just wanted to see it. I think if I ever become a teacher, that will be the thing I do. Is like just put it on the background that people can watch whilst doing work. Because if you don't do shit whilst working, like for your brain to be preoccupied doing something else, you won't be able to do that job. I guarantee you.
Dr. Yu.
I know exactly what it is. Down here.
Casper, status report. All major servers and terminals are locked down. Intercept protocols are in operation. Searching access patterns within the last 3 hours. Progress estimate, 63%. Affirmative. Resuming.
Dal populated his entire crew with customized operators. He made the mistake of hanging his hopes on a machine. Flesh and blood is messy, Morgan, but it's the only thing that matters in the end. Well done. The upload just kicked in. Meet me in the Arboretum. We have important work to do.
I don't know where the fuck that came from. Did it follow me? In fact, I'm legit nearly done. Legitimately. All I need to do is talk to Alex, scan the Typhon, and do one of the endings. I'm thinking of which ending I should do. The one putting the null wave on the thing, which is the quickest and easiest, or I do the other one, which I just go down to the bottom, arm it. I wonder what Jenna is gonna do after we killed Alex. I don't know. Because I want this to be done soon. Sweet ass poison pie.
I promised you more. Rhyming, Kate. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos 1 to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, then something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect you've seen enough by now to abandon the notion of destroying Talos 1. I've always been the one who thought we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me that we could do anything we imagined. No matter how ridiculous. I hope you still believe that. If not, then I'm glad I died before seeing my systems come to pessimism. We have the data to confirm what you suspected. The coral is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching out to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message? And who is listening to it? I have a feeling you already know. I'm carrying a fabrication plan for the prototype null wave device you can see. Make one, then place it at the heart of the coral. We will hijack the coral signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Good luck, Morgan. I just regret I won't be at your side to see it happen.
I'll blow up Talos 1, why not?
Morgan, you anticipated the kind of appeal Alex would make. Sibling bonds, history. You programmed me to refute him point by point. However, we can skip that. A Typhon the size of a skyscraper is currently eating Talos 1 for lunch. Ergo, Alex is wrong. Destroy the station, just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
How do we get to power plant again? I always forget. Do we go... Oh, yeah, stuff's We're so close! Legitimately, we're so close. I didn't even fucking say anything, but we got the iron it and pushed the fat guy just then. Legitimately. We got iron it. That should be a fucking gold trophy, you know? Because arguably that's easier than this. And all I need to get now is, this is what I'm gonna get now. And this is what I need to get on Sunday.
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
Dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all...
Hello, nice to see you.
You better do something. The reconstruction is destabilizing. They're lying to you. Hurry.
Good work. The reactor's primed and capable of delivering close to 30 megatons. More than enough. I'll meet you on the bridge for the last part. Hurry, Morgan. There won't be anything left to detonate if we're too late.
I forgot to go back down to go back up.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made. Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made.
How can I do it?
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made.
There we go.
Warning, dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please, warning, dangerous...
The fact I don't need to do anything, you know? I just... Like all these enemies I don't need to care about. I need to look this up, otherwise I can't watch House. If the game ends in the next 10 minutes, I can probably watch House and then maybe. Then again, my brain's gonna sleep in regardless tomorrow because I'm working at night. You know, like my Saturdays in my brain are not days of the week. They're just I work for 6 odd hours and I come home, eat, watch shows, then sleep. Since I'm not watching a movie tomorrow, I can just do whatever the fuck I want and watch House. The thing I like, I'm watching House every other day because it makes it more special, you know? Like, I would be done House by now if I still did one a day.
Microgravity detected.
Or even 2 a day.
Obstruction detected. Please clear.
Don't stop, motherfucker. I mean, I like flying in this game, but this is what, my 3rd time doing this. I have to do it basically one more time to get the dial ending.
Morgan, everything is ready. Now that the keys are armed, the order to execute is given from Captain Mark's terminal. I'm not able to execute. That responsibility is yours.
Warning, reactor detonation.
It's finished. All the directives you gave me have been completed. Next and final topic. Your mind is free of significant Typhon neuromods. I believe the risk you pose to Earth is minimal. However, despite my belief, I cannot act against my directives. In fact, I've already confiscated the key card to Alex's private escape pod. It's in my storage compartment. If I were to suffer irreparable system damage, I would be unable to interfere with your escape.
Please evacuate.
I just wanted you to know that. Goodbye, Morgan.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
This is just basically the plot of fucking Alien Resurrection. I was gonna wait it out, like just kill myself, but no. I wanna survive, motherfucker.
Microgravity detected.
So this is essentially a canon ending. As I don't know what the canon ending of the game is.
Reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Technically, I can get that Alex U launch sequence thing now. That traffic as well. And I got Split Affinity. Good. Yay. One of the most annoying trophies in the game because it requires you to essentially do 2 playthroughs of the entire game just to get that one trophy.
Dream.
I want to see what they say at the end. Because we're done. The game's done. All we need to do now is 1 more trophy, then the main game's done, then we can start the DLC. So I'll try to start as early as I can on Sunday to just start the DLC.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons was not promising. Empathy quotient shows to be almost non-existent.
It probably thinks it was dreaming. And nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
There's no question. At every test, every juncture, it showed little to no identification with the crew or their suffering.
What are we going to do?
We failed. This isn't the one.
Start over.
That was barely anything, but fuck, we completed the game in 15 hours compared to the other fucking one being close to 40 fucking hours. That's insane. Actually insane. I'm gonna have to figure out which save it was. Maybe it was this one, actually. No, this was one we did before. No, it would have to be... I think this one. Power plant, maybe. No, it is this one. Because Igwe. Fuck, I have a lot. I mean, damn it, I can probably get the plat. Because, look, it's 11 hours to 15 hours. If I just focus on playing the game, don't do anything else, I can probably just get the plat on. Oh, that's bullshit. 4 hours minimum? That means I won't be able to start the fucking DLC. That's fucked. But anyways, we've legit got arguably the two most annoying trophies in the game we got tonight, which is insane. Iron It and Split Affinity. Like, I understand games want you to play the game again. I get it. I'm like, 2 does it, Spider-Man does it, fucking Borderlands does it. Like, fucking like Tree Voltana mode. It's playing like using everything you have. Like, canonically it doesn't make sense, but I don't know. Legitimately, I do think if they were to remake, I doubt like this would be expensive. If they were to remake plus every DLC, Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-sequel into whatever the 3 or even 4 will be like, I think a lot of people will get that because Borderlands 3, sure, every Borderlands game was fun to play, but Borderlands 3 felt different. Like, something about that gameplay just felt extremely different and way better. It's why I'm hopeful that it can be better. But yeah, I'm not done yet per se because I wanted to do this. Yeah, this. I'm gonna watch this. Hang on, why is that there? Hang on. Why have you been any... Oh, maybe it's because I watched Rove.
Hello! Let me guess, you were about to take out the trash or brush your teeth, or you were looking for a different YouTube video to watch and figured this one is good enough to put in the background. Cause you can't go a single second without something playing across the room while you accomplish literally any task. You know you have a problem, right? Yeah, it's bad. I have that problem too, very much so. I'm not better than you, I just wanted to pretend that I was for a second there. It felt nice. My sister has on many occasions pointed out that I am always listening to some sort of video, movie, show, song, podcast while I'm doing literally anything around the house. Now she insists this is unhealthy behavior. My response?
Shut up, you're ugly.
I am physically incapable.
I kept the ugliest member of fucking Green Day. I beg your pardon? That'd be insane for Nero mods. Just do it. Nah, I won't watch House tonight. I'll watch it tomorrow.
Every feed has a story to tell, like the moody ones when little tummies are sensitive.
If Stellar Blade gets a DLC, or even a sequel, I'll probably get that in a heartbeat, because I really enjoyed Stellar Blade. The gameplay of that was very, very fun. Why am I subscribed to this fucking channel? What? What? I've never seen this channel before. Why the fuck am I subscribed to that?
These puzzles look hard, but they're actually really easy. The Dino Cube. It looks like there are so many ways you can turn this puzzle, but actually, it's only the corners that twist. And before you know it, it's up. The 9x9. This puzzle looks hard, doesn't it? And you're gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but it's actually really easy to solve. With one little disclaimer, you need to be able to know how to solve a 5x5. It'll just take longer. The Polaris Cube. It looks intense, doesn't it? It can't be done at all, except for the corners. I thought that's all you could do to this puzzle, until I realized if you only turn them like this, all of them, check this out. All of a sudden, we can move all these little pieces around. But hang on, I thought you said it's easy. And it's because it is. You just align them all up before you know it. It's back to solved again. The conjoined Siamese 3x3. And yes, there are some strange moves that you can do with it. But apart from a few constraints, if you can solve a regular 3x3, you can solve this too. Wait, what just happened to that sheet? These puzzles? Because it is. You just align them all up.
New experiences are...
Voice actors who are everywhere, part 30.
Quick, shoot him, Chris! What are you waiting for? How do I know which one to shoot? What? How do I know which one is the real dad? We never switched. Wait a minute, we don't even look the same.
You know what they say. You're out of luck until you've gone duck.
Okay, Seth, say your line, take a bite, and smile. Action.
Just the way I like it. Flame boiled.
Cut. Back to one. The line is flame broiled. Okay, buddy? Oh, and use your spit bucket.
But I like cheeseburgers.
Suit yourself.
Do you know why you are leader of this team?
Yeah, because I asked to be. You said it wasn't because of my skills. All right, Carl, I get it. What do you want?
I want your father to disown you and adopt me.
Okay, what do you want within reason?
What if I told you I could get you out of here?
I'm sorry, what'd you just say?
That's right.
Just made myself the strongest one there is.
Voice actors who are everywhere, part 30.
Continuing my mutant marathon, I rewatched The Last Stand, so here's my review. This movie is like what Spider-Man 3 is to the Raimi trilogy, but so much worse. There are some fun moments in here, but overall, it's just not good. There's too much going on with this movie with the so-called cure and the Phoenix story, not to mention they butchered the Phoenix story. Not to mention all the unnecessary character deaths that were there just for shock value, like Professor X, he turned to dust before he was even cool with Thanos. Cyclops, the literal leader of the X-Men, who already got sidelined to a side character, had an off-screen death. There were some new characters in here that I did like Beast. Kelsey Grammer is so good. I'm so glad he came back in the Marvels. Kitty Pryde was also pretty cool too. Rogue was also sidelined in the entire movie, and she was barely in it. Not to mention, she lost her powers just for a boy. Bobby ain't even all that, bro. Where's Gambit? I would say it's the worst X-Men project, but we know we're in for so much worse down the road. Save me, First Class. Continue it. Marvel reportedly cannot use some Spider-Man villains if Sony used them first. There are some pros and cons to this, but overall, I'm just greatly... It's the same thing, just made for... Here are things I don't want to see in Spider-Man 4. Whatever this movie's name's gonna be, make sure it doesn't have the word home in it. The home trilogy's done. We gotta abandon that word. I don't want this movie to be jokes and jokes all the time. I want to take itself seriously and dark. Not like the Batman dark, just a little bit more darker. And also, please, no multiple suits in this movie. It was nice to see some unique suits for Spider-Man in the past, but I only want to see this gorgeous suit. The only new suit the broke boy should get is the symbiote suit, but even I don't want that until Secret Wars. I also don't want the suit to be covered in CGI throughout the entire movie. Literally just make a real suit and just had CGI to the lenses so it can move. Look, I love Ned and MJ, but I don't care what the script says. If they return and remember Peter, it'll ruin the great ending we had in No Way Home. And I don't want Peter's new friends to be Gwen or Harry, because we had it already in the past with Tobey and Andrew. I want something new, plus I don't even think it'll work well in the MCU. I want to see Kitty Pryde and Miles Morales. As much as I would love to see Vincent's Kingpin take on Spider-Man, I'd rather see that in Daredevil Born Again, so we can have another big man in Spidey's life, Tombstone. Do you agree? Who should be the new Avengers in the MCU? I'm gonna say characters I need to see on the team, and I'll also give you characters I would like to see. Starting off, the characters I need to see on the team are Captain America, War Machine, Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange. We need a space god, and I'm going with either Thor or Hercules, depending on how Thor 5 goes. I'm just saying, Star-Lord is on Earth, and he's an actual leader. Maybe put him on the team. And Hulk, not Smart Hulk. I want the real Savage Hulk back. I'm not letting go of this character until we get him back. Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Black Panther. Okay, now let's proceed to the characters I would like to see, but if they're not on the team, that's fine. I would be down to see Loki form the team together. If Scarlet Witch does come back, yes, put her on the team. I would also like to see a mutant on the team, but I don't know if we're going to get a Wolverine in the MCU by the time we get an Avengers movie. So if not Wolverine, I'm going to go with Deadpool. Spidey and Daredevil can be like the unofficial Avengers. It won't be as good as the OG 6, but I will be down to see this team come to live action. Who should be... How did Arkham Deadshot... Marvel is apparently stepping up in their video games. Aside from the Insomniac Spider-Man games, Marvel is not really doing good in the video game industry financially. Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 have been delisted. Marvel's Realm of Champions has been shut down.
Anyways, let's watch this fucking Borderlands video. And I can begin watching the movie. It's bullshit if they copyright music.
What's going on, guys? As you might have heard, Borderlands 4 has been officially announced, so I thought I'd hop on here real quick and give you guys my top 7 most wanted features for Borderlands 4. Number 1 is make the game work. When 3 came out, it performed terribly and always crashed, so please don't do that again. Number 2 is make legendaries just a little bit more rare. They drop too often in Borderlands 3, in my opinion. I actually prefer the legendary drop rate in Borderlands 1, so they should try to replicate that game. Number 3, launch it on Steam. When 3 came out, I was the only guy on the planet Earth who figured out how to use a Steam controller with the stupid Epic Games version, which was not fun to set up. So yeah, just launch it on Steam this time, please. Number 4 is have more than 4 Vault Hunters. Not necessarily at launch, but add them in later as DLC like Krieg and Gage, because having a whole new player character adds way more replayability than a DLC campaign can. Number 5, have a G Fuel tie-in drink so me and Caffeine Man can collab on a review. Number 6, send me a free copy of Borderlands 4. And finally, number 7 is make the story good this time. Now, I know that might sound like an impossible task, but I do have a suggestion for them that I think would make the story in Borderlands 4... What was that? Is that... No, we can't... No. Oh my god, we can't do this in this video. The whole point of this video is to farm ad revenue by cashing in on the Borderlands 4 hype. If we do a Weezer parody, the video's gonna get demonetized, and there's no point in even uploading. Sorry guys, the Borderlands franchise is in a bit of a rut. The storyline was showing some promise, but the Calypso twins sucked. The ending of New Tales was bad, crappy, cheap, lame, and dumb. Let's just all forget that game happened and declare it non-canon. Then go back to the Jack, back to the Chad with the vault-faced hat. Him I adore, love him more than a sham that is 94. Get him on the radio, saying just give it up, kiddo. I know where this plot should go, back to the Jack. Reviving popular dead characters might make some people mad. They're gonna say that it's a huge mistake, but they'll secretly be glad. They'll say they hate it, but I know they didn't crush the Iron Tails. Cause this is always what was meant to be if the future villains failed. Let's go back to the Jack. Give me his anti-Lilith attack. She's such a bore, please no more. Talking to her is a major chore. Get her off the radio. Replace her with my favorite foe. I know where this plot should go. Back to the Jack. We'll find some way to revive him, cause he owns all the new use. And if he has to possess Timothy, oh well. He'll be Jack's mortal shell.
I'm gonna let you in on a little trade secret. When we first started writing the story for Borderlands 3, Handsome Jack was going to return as the villain. And then there was this really great fan video. It was about 2 years ago, came out and said 7 things we don't want to see in Borderlands 3. And I think number 2 and number 3 was Handsome Jack.
So at number 3, I think we can all do without Handsome Jack this time around.
So we listened and we heard and we were all like, okay, maybe we should put Handsome Jack to rest.
Let's go back to the Jack. Get Borderlands back on the right track. Not him confirmed. Okay, sure. Always believe what is on Twitter. He'll turn up. You just know. Wielding a gun that can corrode. I know where this plot should go. Back to the Jack. Get him on the radio saying just give it up, kiddo. I know where this plot should go. Back to the Jack.
That was fucking sick.
Thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, I can afford to make stupid songs, 'cause they're ineligible for ad revenue. Thanks, Bionicle.
Got big plans?
That was insane,
with a Latitude personal loan. Variable rates start from 9.49% per annum, and you can check your interest rate in under 2 minutes with no impact to your credit score. Make things happen with Latitude, your partners in money.
Nespresso Professional.
Now that Borderlands 4 has been officially announced and introduced to the world via this trailer that we got just the other day, I thought now would be a great time for me to go over the things that I think that Borderlands 4 has to have at launch in order to be successful. If these things aren't in the game at launch, it will be extremely bad for the future of this franchise. Starting off, dedicated drops and farming. That was a problem for Wonderlands, and honestly one of the hugest parts of why Wonderlands died off so fast. Dedicated farming is something that we've had since Borderlands 2. Borderlands 1 didn't really do that very well. Just think as an example, Savage Lee. When you go to Savage Lee, you know you have a 10% chance to get an Unkempt Herald from him to drop. Now, one thing that I do want to mention that Wonderlands did do very well is as you play through that game, everything scales with you, so everything stays on your level. So say you use that same principle on Borderlands 2. If you find Savage Lee in normal mode at level 10 and then you come back at level 36 and you need another Unkempt Herald, he will now be level 36 with you. That is a great system that I think needs to return as well. But explaining dedicated drops a little bit better, essentially every named enemy in a Borderlands game should have a drop that is specific to them. Now again, Savage Lee has the Unkempt Herald, Bull has
the thing about this guy. The thing about this guy is that since he's just a Borderlands YouTuber, he only cares about weapons. He doesn't really care about story per se. So it's kind of weird that the only thing he wants is a specific thing that only him and hardcore Borderlands players. You know what I mean.
Fastball. In Borderlands 3, you've got Road Dogg, and this is where things start to get weird. Road Dogg had 3 dedicated drops assigned to him, and that's another thing that I want to point out. We need more named enemies just scattered across maps. They don't have to be excessive, but looking at Splinterlands on Borderlands 3, for example, you have Road Dogg, Phoenix, Princess Tarantella, Big Donnie, DJ Deadskag, and Vermalingua. So you have plenty of named enemies on Splinterlands, but even still, with those named enemies, there's still more room on this map where you could add even more named enemies and spread out that loot pool a little bit.
Check this out. For all NRL matches this...
Fuck me. Mid-roll ads are the worst thing that happened to fucking media. Like, the point of movies and streaming and whatever was that it made so we didn't need to watch ads on TV. Now, streaming apps like Prime are putting ads in the middle of shit. Like, that's the reason why we bought you in the first place.
But even still, with those named enemies, there's still more room on this map where you could add even more named enemies and spread out that loot pool a little bit better. Next thing that I think that we need to talk about is world drops. Now, I know that everybody likes to complain that world drops on Borderlands 3 are just way too common, and I agree with you. However, I do want to say that I think that the world drops do need to be more common than they were on Borderlands 2, so probably still a little closer to 3, but not nearly as often as what we get. Like at level 2 on Borderlands 3, sometimes you can just pop open a vending machine and just get, like, you know, a fastball or a hex grenade, and it's just a little bit too easy too early to get some legendaries. Then again, on Borderlands 2, most of us farmed a fastball and Unkempt Herald at like level 10 to 15, so it's one of those things that we complain about just because it feels like it does take away some of that thrill of finding the legendary. Speaking of loot rarities, we need Pearlescence and Seraph items back. That was huge for Borderlands 2's longevity. Having a rarity above legendary would have been huge for Borderlands 3, but apparently the thing that held back the Pearlescence and Seraphs on Borderlands 3 was supporting old gen consoles. And if you didn't happen to notice, at the end of the trailer, there is no old gen support for Borderlands 4. So if you're on...
You can't say old gen support when the game came out in 2019. That's when the PlayStation 5 was just rolling out. It was officially released early 2020. You can't say that the PS4 was the reason why Pearlescence and Seraphs weren't in the fucking game. No one had that console. There's no point. It got a PS5 port later on, but everyone got the PS4 version. I did.
PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, time to think about upgrading. Next thing that I want to mention is that I think that we need to have some end game at launch. Borderlands 2 had Terramorphous at launch, and if you got really lucky and used 4 players, and only if you used 4 players could you find Vermivorous, but that was really rare. Now in Borderlands 3, the only end game that we had at launch were the slaughter maps and the proving grounds, and back then we didn't have the true proving grounds toggle like we do now. So I would love to see that just be built right in at launch. For those of you that don't know, the true toggle on the Trials maps basically makes the final boss have raid boss level health, damage, and loot. And no, I'm not talking about Terramorphous loot, actual legendaries. Proving grounds are also a great way for you to get legendary class mods and artifacts. If you complete it within the fast time slot on there, you are guaranteed to get legendaries from the final chest, and that final chest heavily weighs toward class mods and artifacts. So speaking of,
basically he's complaining that legendaries are too common, but he wants legendaries guaranteed every time. It does make sense.
In game, I want to see the return of the traditional raid bosses again. We're talking the Terramorphouses, the Hyperius, all of those fun bosses. Now, what I don't want to see are buggy messes like Veracitus and the dragons, where, you know, if you slag them while they're in the air, guess what? They won't take slag anymore. I want to see a boss pop up on my screen and it says invincible again. We were missing that in Borderlands 3, and even though the end game on Borderlands 3 features 17 named enemies that have raid boss level health and will absolutely challenge your build, they don't all say invincible in their name. And because of that, a lot of fans are like, no, those aren't invincible, they don't have mechanics, or blah blah. Most of them do have mechanics. Some of them are pretty boring. I completely acknowledge that. Most of them are pretty boring, but they are tanky and they are a challenge, and you do need to have a good build to beat them. And that's kind of like the Borderlands definition of what makes a raid boss. But bring back that whole invincible name, because that's super.
I don't really care, because like, I want to be able to do it by myself, and a lot of the invincibles you can't do yourself. They don't want.
Important. All right, now talking about New Game Plus and True Vault Hunter mode and Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. I do not want to see True Vault Hunter mode and Ultimate Vault Hunter mode return again unless we're talking about how they did it on Borderlands 3. On Borderlands 3, once you beat normal mode, you automatically have the option to unlock the slider for endgame, and that's Mayhem mode on Borderlands 3. So I want to see something like that on Borderlands 4, but I would like to see an actual progression system for the Mayhem levels. So what I'm thinking is, instead of like you beat normal mode then you go into True Vault Hunter mode, I want that to be an option. If you want to go into True Vault Hunter mode, it's there. And that's what Borderlands 3 did, and I prefer it that way. That said, I will never ever want to replay the same story 3 times on one character ever again in my life. I love Borderlands 2, but that is a system that I am glad to see just die off, honestly. But you tell me what you think down in the comments below. What is your solution for what would be the best way to handle a new game plus kind of mode, since that seems to be something that people want to do? Up next is one of the things that just drives people crazy about Borderlands 3, and that is story. Now, I believe that people massively overblow how bad the story is on Borderlands 3. Is it good? No. Is it horrible? No, I don't think so. I think the story's better than that of the Borderlands movie. That's not saying much. But I think that the Siren lore in Borderlands 3 is heavily underrated. I think not nearly enough people talk about the Nereid stuff and how that sets up the future of the franchise. And then if you look in the preview, it feels like we've probably found either the Iridian homeworld or maybe we found the 7th Siren. Either way, it's most likely the war that was teased in the pre-sequel, so I'm excited about that. Next up, cutscene skip and dialogue skip. Please, Gearbox, give us this. So cutscene skip was something we did not have at launch of Borderlands 3. We never got it for Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel, but in Borderlands 3 they listened to us and they actually gave us a cutscene skip a little bit into the life of the game. I do feel like you should have to watch the cutscenes on your first playthrough. That said, when I played Diablo 4, I skipped every cutscene. I skipped every line of dialogue because I just loaded in on that game because I wanted to play that game. I didn't care about the story. I didn't know anything about the story of Diablo, and frankly, I don't feel like I missed anything. I know that drives people crazy that I just don't care about story that much, but I play video games to play the game. That's probably why I love Borderlands.
See? I just said that. He doesn't care about story, and I predicted it. I don't watch this guy's content all that much. I follow him on Twitter because he cares about Borderlands, but playing this is the type of gamer that he's the type of gamer who only plays like FIFA or like 2K, any 2K game. Like, games for me should be an experience of a game. That's why I can't play the same game again and again and again and again and again. Sure, the story is good and the gameplay is amazing, but imagine if I played Spider-Man again and again and again. I wouldn't want to play that ever again.
And frankly, I don't feel like I missed anything. I know that drives people crazy that I just don't care about story that much, but I play video games to play the game. That's probably why I love Borderlands 3 so much. The gameplay and the in-game and the gear and build diversity and all that is just so good. Now, we've had some recent quality of life additions on Borderlands 3 that were added in. We had the skip to end game, the max level character that you could start the game with. That is a feature I'd like to see return. I do like having level 13 skip so that, you know, or whatever level it would be when you would get to like your hub area and get past the tutorial stuff of the early game, because let's be honest, there's going to be that again in the next game. There has to be. That's something that, you know, introduces new players to the mechanics and the systems and all that. That has to be in a game, but I want an option for veterans to be able to skip that on subsequent playthroughs so that I don't have to, you know, dredge through all that crap again. But I definitely want to see a level 72 or whatever the max level is skip in the next game, so that if you want to make additional characters, if you've already done one to max level, then you can just skip all the story stuff and jump right to that. Also, the autos
that defeats the purpose of playing a character, you know, because my notion is that if you want to play the game, you play the game. You don't just boot up a already pre-made high-level character just to shoot some enemies. You didn't do anything with that character. What's the point? That means leveling is for newt. You know what I mean? It's like, I understand having that skip for the to play Father Sanctuary. It made sense. Returning players didn't have their saves, so it was like, I just want to play the campaign. It makes sense, but like, outright at the beginning, like, I kind of understand like skipping the tutorial stuff, but like, it's almost like you don't care about the game to the point you only want to play the game. You don't care about the game, but you only want to play the game. What's the point of... I don't get it. This is the type of game I don't understand.
Skip in the next game, so that if you want to make additional characters, if you've already done one to max level, then you can just skip all the story stuff and jump right to that. Also, the auto sell trash for loot rarities, I love that. That's another feature that they just added in Borderlands 3 recently, where say you set it to green items, so any green or white items on the ground, when you pick them up, it automatically sells them. You don't have to carry them around in your backpack, go find a vending machine and sell them. It automatically sells them right there on.
That's good. That is a good thing. Just to get cash. Because I just refuse to pick up fucking greens and less.
The spot. That is a awesome feature, and I definitely want to see that in Borderlands 4. Another thing that I want to see in Borderlands 4 is something like the Crazy Earl's Veteran Rewards machine that we got in Sanctuary on Borderlands 3. Say you've done all the side missions in the game and you're like, oh crap, you know, now that I'm max level, I really want to get that Pimpernel, but I did that mission at level 26 and now I can't get a max level one. Well, the Crazy Earl Veteran Rewards machine scales with you on Sanctuary, but the problem with it was it did not include DLC items, and it was always just random. You never knew what was going to pop up in the machine. So, you know, in a game where you have a bunch of different mission rewards from side quests, you never knew when you were going to get something to pop up. So it would be nice to have something specific for each DLC, a Crazy Earl Veteran Rewards for DLC 1, 2, 3, and 4, for example, and also one for the base game. That way you can get max level unique items. Also, I would like to see the bosses that are at the end of those missions be able to drop those unique items. And I want to see something like Private Beans on Borderlands 3. If you guys aren't familiar with Private Beans actually has 2 loot pools built into him. He can drop the Wester gun in one loot pool, and then in his second loot pool, he can drop the Trevinator, the front loader, and I forget what else. He has a third item in his loot pool. Every time you kill him, he has a chance to drop from both of those loot pools. So Gearbox could clearly add the unique items from the mission to the boss in that one loot pool, and then whatever their dedicated legendary drop is in the other, so they could potentially drop both at the same time. That would fix a lot of the dedicated farming stuff on there too. Well, there's probably a million other things that I can list, but I can't think of them all at this point. If you have ideas for things that you want to see in Borderlands 4, please list them in the comment section down below. My favorite one will get pinned to the top, and I will definitely recommend that Gearbox watches this video so they can see some of the things they want. And I know I didn't cover everything. This entire video was freeform. I didn't look at a script. I just winged it the whole way. So if I missed anything, feel free to let me know. Appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoy this, hit that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.
Bruce Campbell, it is so exciting to have you here today. And can I say you are impeccably dressed? You look so good right now.
Sir, this is Comic-Con, okay? This is Comic-Con. Do I need to say that again?
Nope.
This is the mother of all Comic-Cons. Would you dress poorly in front of your mother?
Apparently, I feel very underdressed right now, so I know. I don't know why I look...
Fans show up for photo ops with Crocs and basketball shorts, and I'm like, that's going above the mantle? You know? Is that the Christmas card?
Especially with how much they paid, I'm sure.
But, you know, actors guess at these conventions.
with Borderlands 4 on the horizon, I think it's time to start talking about what we want to see in the game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, dude. Also, I'm not ranking these or putting them in a specific order either. Okay, for the first thing, a good story. Now, even though a lot of us play the game for the first time and, you know, absorb the story, and then later on we just don't really care for the story at that point, we just play it for the gameplay, having a good story does still go a long ways. Even if you're playing for the gameplay, subconsciously, the story's still there, and that can still play a factor into your motivation or demotivation into playing through the game. So, what is a good story? I couldn't tell you, I'm not a writer, but just don't have it drag on for too long. Don't have the players stand around waiting for dialogue, you know, just dumping words on them while they're just standing around doing nothing. One way I did see to combat this is to have the objective pop up as the NPC's talking to you. For example, in BL4, let's say that Claptrap's like, hey, Minion, can you go collect 1,000 rocks for me? And then he goes off with the whole, like, yo, these rocks are very important and blah, 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 blah. While he's blabbering away, you can go off and do the objective. Please don't have the players standing around waiting for dialogue to pass before they can do anything. In fact,
I do agree. Like, Joel's Dude makes more sense than whatever that is.
Chris came and I was like, hey man, do you want cue cards? Do you want, I know this is like rapid fire kind of, like, I'm not a fucking rookie. He just like came in and murdered it.
You see anyone running, Dick for brains?
So during this scene, apparently Ryan Reynolds was hiding a laugh under that mask.
It's the only time in the movie I am fucking up a take laughing, except I'm thanking God I have a mask on, because you can't, I was deathly quiet about it, but I was giggling like an idiot under the mask as he delivered that. I would have wrecked everything if I weren't wearing that mask.
As he compliments Chris Evans for his performance
Imagine if Bruce Campbell still becomes Mysterio in the MCU. Like, make him be, because he was the entire plan was to him be Mysterio in the Sam Raimi films. That was his entire plan. You know? Alright. I will hop off now. I will see you in 2 days. Hopefully getting the plat, but I know I'm gonna have to play a bulk of the game because I have to go through Cargo Bay. I'm gonna have to check if Ryan wants to chat, because tonight our stream has nearly been the length I need to play non-stop. But I got the trophies I wanted to tonight, which I'm fucking thrilled about. I need to quickly watch Prometheus, because the movie's gonna end at 6 AM. I don't want that. Like, if I was watching House and it ended now, sure. But if I can start watching Housing now, nah. Well, like, something I want to just talk about quickly before I end stream. Seeing, like, Spider-Man 2, like, I knew there was going to be a sequel, but it's still weird for me to look at the game, Spider-Man 2, existing. Even though it's weird because Borderlands 3 was kind of the same thing for me for a little bit. But it just made sense. Borderlands was always going to get 3 main games, always. But then it was like a hypothetical scenario. If we're going to get another Borderlands game, would it be called Borderlands 4 or not? Like, and this makes me question, like, are we going to get Borderlands 5, 6, 7? Is it just going to be like that? Or is it going to, 10 years down the line, do a God of War type thing and just call a next game Borderlands and just have fucking, like, Old Man Mordecai, Old Man Brick just be the characters in the game? I don't know. Who knows? But, yeah. Like, Borderlands 4, whenever I get that in my hand, it'll be the weirdest feeling, because I think this is a first in quite a bit where this is a sequel to a game where I started playing the game in a franchise for a specific sequel, if that makes any sense. It's like if I had, like, started playing Call of Duty when fucking, I don't know, Modern Warfare came out, like, 2019. Like, you always know Call of Duty would get a sequel, but, like, let's see, fucking, something that will make sense. Not cause I never knew Borderlands 4 would ever be a thing, you know? Cause I bought everything, I played every game for Borderlands 3. And I played it for that specific sequel, so it's weird to know that there's another game coming out. Because I did all of that 5 years ago. Borderlands was the very first game I played after Spider-Man on my PlayStation 4. The very first game. Even though it was so long afterwards. Technically, it wasn't my very first game, but it was my first disc game after Spider-Man, and it felt fucking bizarre. I don't know. I just love fucking Borderlands, bro. But I think the thing about me is that I prioritize story and gameplay. Killer 6 is the type of cunt who prioritizes only gameplay. You know, if the gameplay is good, he will play the game. If the gameplay is bad, he won't play the game. Even though if the story is amazing, he doesn't care. It's kind of, I don't like that. You know, that's like if you watch a movie only skipping to the action scenes. It's like, what's the point? Anyways, I like Jolts, dude. No, I don't follow Killer 6. I follow Jolts, dude, because I always never really liked Killer 6 because he is just always so highly opinionated to the point that it comes off as like if it's not what he wants, it'll be bad. He just doesn't like it. Or I don't know exactly. It's just that type of temper. Like if he doesn't want it exactly how he wants it, he'll say it's the worst thing ever or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyways, see you in a couple of days. We'll talk about Prometheus, which is a character in Arrow Season 5. Which, when did we watch Season 5 of Arrow? Was it 2 years ago now? Fuck. To this day, Season 5 of Arrow is my fucking favourite fucking Arrowverse thing ever. It was like such a midpoint of the Arrowverse, then fucking Season 5 came out and it changed the game. To the point that people say that, like, people love Season 1 and 2 of both Flash and Arrow, but Season 5 hit different. Because Season 5 was, the season of Elseworlds, I think. No, that's a lie. Elseworlds was fucking Season 7. No, it would be Invasion. No, Invasion. Which is weird to think about. Invasion was Season 5. Bizarre. Because it was Season 4 of Flash, which had Invasion. No, Season 3 of Flash. Anyways.